Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We're taking a quick look here at Render, seeing what's going on. I get a lot of requests for this one, so we'll go ahead and cover it once more here. It's been a few days since we last covered it. I just want to talk a little bit about potential, pullback here. If it were to pull back, how much further could it go? Then ultimately as well, just some key levels to understand in the big picture, and what might happen next for this coin. So if you're new to the channel, keep in mind I love teaching people to trade. Hope you can learn something here today if you want to become a better trader. CryptoCash.tech is a site linked down below where you can learn to trade like I do. I have a trading academy community and phenomenal signal group there. Trade results lately have been pretty solid. Chainlink 30% in one day, 23 hours. Crow, we took nice 27% in 18 hours. These are nice, safe 5x leverage trades. Same thing here with Matic, ETH, and was it Avalanche? Yeah, Avalanche. We're scalping the heck out of these coins here. So awesome stuff. Congrats again to our community members. Also, to talk about this here, what we want to look at is these ascending trend, right? We're ascending positive with a 50-day SMA. So this trend line here, we can kind of stretch that out a little bit to get it a little more concurrent. And generally speaking, we want to pay attention to where the price action is going to go next. If we stay above the 50 and the 20, that's a pretty solid start, okay? Let's talk about the daily here really quick and work our way down, just so you kind of understand, again, the big picture here. So when we look at the RSI, MACD, and all these wonderful things here, they're pretty much telling us that the coin is truly bullish, right? So there's not much to disseminate on larger time frames there. The moving averages were well above that as well. And the only thing else really to note is this fair value gap down as low as 230, upwards of about 280. We probably won't see that unless Bitcoin has a terrible day and goes down to 34,000, maybe even 30,000, okay? This coin is here to stay. There's a strong likelihood it's going to continue higher. We have previous week closes at $3.05, and as well, same thing as well here at about $3.56. So we're kind of range bound between 305 and 356. Okay, so those are positive contributing factors. There are definitely some negatives there too, in a sense, being overextended. But the longer we spend in this range, the more volume we accumulate here. Once again, volume support at about 340. We're going to continue to maintain this level. Okay, we're establishing higher lows, which is great, and we're establishing higher highs. So we have this little channel, so to speak. The price action is working itself into. In fact, let's go with this here. You can kind of see it better. We got this little ascending channel. A lot of times that can break to the downsides though. Keep in mind, you can break down from those because we derive from the upside here. Okay, so just keep in mind that's not like the best signal ever or the best sign ever, but it's not like a reason to just close all your positions and call it good, right? A few other reasons that you might want to consider there, of course, is the MACD correction. Actually, the RSI, let's talk about that first. Money flow index is high. Okay, so over the last 2.5 trading days, roughly 14 candles, we've seen the money flowing into this coin. However, the RSI is coming down to meet 50. What does that tell us? Well, it tells us there's a lot of buying pressure initially, and that selling pressure is starting to, or the buying pressure is starting to taper off, and selling pressure is increasing. That's pretty normal, considering we've established higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so again, not overextended. This is a natural pullback. It's consolidating between 0.5 and 0.382. Those are all good things. We do have a MACD divergence potentially on the horizon, where the MACD is trying to diverge, hasn't fully yet. We've also got a few other things too I want to talk about on the, Elliott Wave here. This does tell us if this is the highest point and we've got our B pattern completed, as there's always an ABC to follow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then there's potential to establish a lower low here, somewhere as low as about 280. Again, the fair value gap's kind of in that range. So there is speculation the price action could pull back to 235 to 282, somewhere in that range there. I'm not subscribing to that yet. We don't have any confirmational signs telling us that's going to happen, but it is common for this wave to continue to happen based on the overall sense of how things progress with this type of continuation. Okay, with us hitting that peak, so to speak, if that is the top, we can expect the price to pull back potentially. Once again, we got to lose this trend line first before we have any consideration for that. In other words, we take a look at the hourly here. We are still establishing higher lows. We've identified that. The 50-day SMA and the 20-day SMA were above that on the 4-hour. And then on the daily here, correction, the hourly, we are still above the cloud. Okay, these are all positive. Keep in mind, though, the cloud is telling us there is no consideration for a long position right here. Okay, in other words, we're getting close to the window of opportunity for taking a long, for that to be a consideration. Keep in mind, folks buy the dip all the time and have great success with it. I'm not recommending you do that, but generally speaking, we are ascending positively here. So until we establish a lower low, somewhere in this range here, we have no reason to be concerned that the price action is going to continue much lower. Okay. Keep in mind, though, we do lose this trend line. We travel within the cloud, maybe below that. If the price continues lower, and goes sideways, just say sideways and down for the next 24 hours, then we'll be naturally below the cloud, below this descending trend, and probably underneath both moving averages. We would have diverged by then. We'd be in a situation where this coin would look more bearish. Right now, we're still on the bullish side of things, even though the price action is pulling back. If we take a look at TD sequential, we're at an 8 right now. We do have a history of hitting 9s and reversing, okay? So hypothetically, we're gonna hit a 9 here soon. Price continues higher. Roughly what should happen, okay? So again, those are things that I'm looking at here. What are your thoughts? Comment below, I'd love to hear it. I like to hear the feedback from my members and just kind of understand generally what your thoughts are there. Also too, if you have a long position open, were you considering taking profit, or are you gonna hold on forever? Or until the right time. If you hold on forever, it's just never ideal because you'll never take profit. Anyways, let me know, comments below. One last thing too before you go. Phenomenal exchange here we're partnered with. No VPN, no KYC exchange here. And if you use my link to the register, you get $20 trading bonus, first 100 spots apply. Fantastic exchange though, highly recommended. I use them day in and day out now. They're my go-to, and you'll see when you use them yourself why I like them so much. Thanks again for watching though. If you have any questions, comment below. Jump on over to our Twitter, Telegram, or Discord. Looking forward to getting to know you better. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.